Hi, good afternoon. I'm going to do my presentation on ED152, the second assignment, which is based on the philosophies and theories of human development in a socio-cultural context. First, we will look at the theories based on the Western development. The presentation will be based according to my PowerPoint presentation. Well, the presentation starts off from slide 2. Slide 2 is a brief explanation for my own understanding of what human development is. According to my slide 2, in my own understanding, I describe human development as a growth or development of a human from birth until death. In the third slide, looking at the Western development, firstly, we will look at Vygotsky's theory of cognitive development. The third slide introduces Vygotsky's theory on cognitive development. His main theme of the theory is that social interactions contributes greatly in the cognition development. He believes that learning comes in two levels. First of the levels is interacting with each other. This is when children interacts with their parents or the people around them or other children from their age as well, through play or other social activities that they socialize in, which help them to start gain understanding of their world by building up the way they process informations. The other level is individuality, or as Vygotsky's theory described it as intrapsychology, which is the reflection or summarizing of learning. This is, after social interaction, what children learn when they learn from others will be done again by the child even though they are alone. They will continually do what they have learned from others whom they have previously socialized with. The fourth slide, moving on to Piaget's theory. The fourth slide is about Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Piaget interprets cognitive theory in a much different way compared to Vygotsky's. Piaget explained cognitive development as having 4 stages or levels, where Vygotsky talks about only 2 levels. First of Vygotsky's theory, first of the 4 levels is sensorimotor stage. This is the stage of children aging from birth to 2 years old. From this stage, children explore the world or learn their surroundings through their senses and when they are moving around. At this stage, there are a range of cognitive abilities developed, one of which is self-recognition. Self-recognition is when the child recognizes what is around them. For example, an object. A child that is 18 months old tend to realize that some objects are permanent, and when they don't see that objects, they tend to look for them when those objects disappear. For example, a child recognizes that his or her parents are permanent, and they start to know them, and when they do not see their parents, they start to look for them, to look for their parents. That is the first stage. The second stage of Pickett's theory is pre-operational stage, which is around the age of 2 to 7 years old. During this stage, children start to have the ability to express the world around them, or express the things through language and symbols. However, at this stage, the child is not yet able to solve a problem. And the third stage is concrete operational stage. This stage occurs or comes in a child when the child is 7 to 11 years old. At this stage, a child can work out things in his or her head, or um, can visualize solutions to problems, and can share their opinions to others about a particular problem. And the fourth and last stage is called the formal operational stage, where the infant is no longer a child but is now an adolescent. At this stage, they could solve problems by speculating various possible answers. The fifth slide is John Locke's theory. John Locke's theory of development emphasized that a child is born with a blank mind, or as he states, as a blank slate. He believes that in order for a child to learn, the child has to be taught things or moral values in order to develop the mind. For example, in order for a child to have good moral values, people or the caretakers has to teach the child those moral values, those good moral values. Going on to the sixth slide. The sixth slide is the concept of human development in the Pacific society. This is from my own society. The sixth slide introduces the way in which human development is understood and done in the Pacific. As children growing up in the Pacific, they learn or develop their skills through doing chores, daily chores, and activities with parents and caregivers. These chores include collecting food from the garden, collecting firewood, or going fishing, and other daily chores as well done in the house, such as cleaning, doing the dishes, and tidying up the place. These activities are continually repeated and done, which enables the kids to develop understanding on how to do a particular task successfully, learning from mistakes that they've previously done from their previous chores. Okay, the seventh slide shows the government influence on children education development in the society. Through government influence on the children educational development is through activities such as just play. It is introduced in school settings to keep children active and make them happy and have a sense of interest in learning, as it is believed that when children are happy, they are able to learn quickly or faster. The eighth slide is culture and traditional influence on children's development. Back in the society, elders teach children traditional ways and customs, which contributes to development of moral values and skills in a child. In the society, the elders teaches the young children how to behave in front of an audience or how to behave when they are around um, people who are older than them. So therefore they are building good moral values that help them develop very good values that they could use in the future. The ninth slide is the current perspective of human development. It is shown on a pyramid. The top of the pyramid shows self-actualization, following esteem, social security, and physiological. Sorry. And the 10th slide, for my presentation. The 10th slide for my presentation is still based on the current perspective of human development, explaining the stages stated or shown on the pyramid. First of all is the self-actualization. The self-actualization is when someone completely realizes his or her potential and abilities. The second one is esteem. It is the appreciation of oneself or others around you. The third is social, which refers to the environment. One is in, including the people around them, that provides care and love. And the fourth is security. Security is the stage of Security is the stage of sorry. Security is the state of being free and knowing the right place to take refuge. And lastly, on the pyramid, the base of the pyramid is physiology. Physiology describes the chemistry and physics behind basic body functions, from how molecules behave in cells to how systems of organs work together. So this is the end of my presentation, which is the end of my PowerPoint slides as well. Thank you.